All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Ring and Rant Appetite for Discussion. This is your chance to have your say. We are up and away, and what a weekend it was. I went to sleep. I wake up. There's shows, there's rumors, there's players coming. Who knows what's happening? Super pumped to see everything that is going on. And it is absolutely crazy, people. Absolutely crazy. We've had our first win in the championship in 15 years. We're sitting 15th on the table. There is rumours abound aplenty. Birmingham's in the dumps. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. Middlesbrough undefeated. Sheffield United haven't won a game. Oh my God, it is insane. We are up and away, people. We are up and away. And as I said, this is your chance to have your say. I am putting the link in the chat. It is right there now for anybody that wants to come in and have their say. Really want to hear from people. Actually, you know who I want to hear from today? Just for Men 13. Out yourself. Let's do it. But it is Ted Nelson made it in first today. Chicky Brewer, Wayne Evans is here. Maybe not pouring concrete today. It is a bit of an overcast day, but he probably is working. We'll see. And Mertland, hey ho, we won. Absolutely, Mertland. We got our first win. We beat Millwall 2-0. Amazing, amazing. Dan Moore's here. Brian Smith's here. I see Hip Karma's in. Fantastic. Good to see you, Hip Karma. Denny D, Habisfication. Yeah, that's very tempting. Come on in. Well, actually, I'll tell you what, just for if you want to give the little teaser, come in. Don't put your camera on. We'll get to hear your voice and we'll go from there. And then you may get brave and put your camera on. So it's there, people. And Leap and Sarah, how are you? Can only stay for a bit today. Hopefully I can tempt you to stay. Guys, I'm wearing my Tour Down Under scarf today. Now, the reason I decided to wear this today is because Bruce has messaged me. His present has arrived. I sent him one of these Wrexham Tour Down Under scarves, which are amazing. And it has Wrexham on that side. On the other side, it has the two Australian games and the New Zealand game, Melbourne, Sydney, Wellington. It was absolute. So he got that. And he also got a tote bag, which I got from Ultra Football. And it has, and I've got them signed. And ironically, like the shirt back here and that shirt there, they're both signed if you look closely enough. The signatures that are there are Mofal, Andy Cannon, and J-Rod. So, ironically, the three people that turned up for the signing day for me that were there, those three players, well, Mofal's gone out on loan. Andy Cannon's injured, and I'm going to have an interesting conversation about that too. And J-Rod, who's also out injured, who's not so much of an interesting conversation, but it still is in the same. It is in the same vicinity. So look, and just remember, people, the link's there for anybody that wants to come in. This is the whole idea. It's your chance to have your say. I'll talk about anything you want to talk about. The rumoured signings, the results from the weekend, where we sit on the ladder, international break, or whatever you want. It, like I said, this is your chance to have your say. Now, with Andy Cannon and J-Rod, interestingly enough, it was. I'm thinking now. Now, it's a bit controversial, especially with Andy Cannon, especially. Both of these players mightn't get back on the pitch for Wrexham. J-Rod especially. Andy Cannon, I'm not saying that with a great deal of certainty. I'm just saying it's a possibility. I really want to see him back and having a crack for us. So, yeah. No, I'm not, Luke. I'm just awake. Had my breakfast. So, it was had my bacon and eggs for breakfast, and I've got my coffee. That's okay. I only have bigger stuff and Brian Flynn's autograph on my Wrexham flag from Karen. Okay, there you go, Karen. But yeah, so I can see a world where J-Rod doesn't get back in the team. Mo Farrell, I can see a world where he doesn't get back in the team. He's out there trying to ply his trade now. And I can see a possibility now where Andy Cannon might not get back on the pitch for Wrexham in a championship game anyway. But I hope I'm wrong on that. I think it's going to be really interesting because of all the people that we're rumoured with in the signings. And Josh did a great show earlier today, mate. You are really good. It was great to see. Talking about Ben Sheaf, Andy Irving, and Jordan James is out there. Obviously, we have the other who is from Bristol, who's just in my head right now. Is there a status on the Ward injury, Michael Wolf? I haven't got any update on that yet, unfortunately, no. We have to wait and see. Quick question on the Wrexham jackets. Do they fit proper sizes or do they fit smaller or larger? Paul, do you mean the jacket that I have, the black one that has like the red ribbing down the side that expands out? Or do you mean like the bomber type college football jacket? That's a good question. I bought the black jacket that with the bit that comes out on the side, which is absolutely awesome. And I think the best value for money. It's the same price as a jersey. And the Ant-Man's not coming in just for men. So yeah, you absolutely can come in. I think that jacket is the same size. It was awesome. The other jacket, if you like that style, which looks amazing as well. Same sizes as the jerseys. So if you bought a jersey last year, same size for you for the jackets. The one I bought, same size. So same size as a kit. So I bought an XL in a kit and I bought an XL in that jacket. Now, if you like your stuff fitting a bit tighter, you could go a size down. And if you've got the guns, then it does expand out that little section with the red, which looks really, really good. But you got to have the bod for that, so you got to be able to pull that off. So, we'll wait and see. So, I mean, look, it is the Ring and Rant show, people. Get in here, have your say. Don't be nervous. I've got 31 people in here watching already. So surely one of you want to come in and have your say. I'll let you have the floor. So, and if there's anyone out there in non-Wrexham world that wants to have a talk anything championship, more than happy. I tell you, I mean, there's two very popular podcast YouTubers out there now, Ben Bloom, who would be great to have a chat with actually about Ipswich right now. And obviously, Matt SB or his sister would be a fantastic conversation right now with the Ben Sheaf rumours going around, being massive Coventry fans that they are. And the start to the season that they've had has been amazing, which is fantastic for them. And Ipswich, I know Ben is probably hoping, as a fan, that they get their skates on and get started. But and I'm sure it will happen for Ipswich. Absolutely, they're too much of a quality side. But I mean, look, there's the table. I mean, just for men, don't be nervous. Get on in here. But there's the table. Middlesbrough. Oh my God, four games, 4 wins. 7 goals for, 1 goal against for 12 points. West Brom Albion exceeding what I thought they would do at the start of the season. So good on them on 10 points. Stoke City on 9, doing very well. Leicester City on 9, right about where I thought they'd be at this point in time. Coventry exceeding my expectations for the start of the season. They've been notoriously slow starters. It's one of those things that you go, well, that's where they are, and congratulations to them. Obviously had that massive 7-1 win 2 games ago. Bristol City doing very well at the start of the season and are a quality side, so not surprising. So very interesting. Here we go. Got my first caller come on in, and welcome. I'm going to bring this down for now, and I'm going to bring up Hip Karma. How are you, Hip Karma?
Good morning, and good afternoon, and good evening for all of our community members.
Wherever they are.
That's it. Are you all buckled up for the next 24 hours? Because, oh, my God.
It's all about to happen, isn't it? Well, Well, the question really there, Hipkama, is what are you most excited about? The signings that are going to happen or the dress up?
I'm fairly excited about the dress up, to be fair. I really am. I mean, I don't know. I didn't get an invitation, so I don't know if it's fancy dress or if it's formal dress or if it's come as you are, which could be a bit scary on a
It is
Monday
fancy
morning.
dress, and you are more than welcome. Yes, I know. I think I saw that. I think I saw this morning. It's 2 a.m. or 3 a.m.
It's 2 a.m. for us, I think. Close, or is it
2 a.m.
3?
Wow.
7 o'clock
Okay.
close. If it's 7 p.m. close, it's 3 a.m. for us. 4.
I may have to go straight out of this show into makeup to get ready.
Oh, good Lord. It's just, I'm thinking in terms of the transfer close, not when the show starts. So that's my bad. I'm living that caffeine-free life so far this morning.
No, I'm not.
Go you.
Yeah. So when well, a little bit of context here. When we basically mentioned to Aaron, you definitely got to do a transfer deadline show again, and he did want to do it. It's his show, and his highlight obviously was his monologue last year. I think we replayed it at least half a dozen times. It was so good. So he's got a lot to live up to in the monologue. And then he mentioned fancy dress. And he did. I do know what Aaron's coming as. I don't know the outfit yet. But
Nor
I have.
should you. To be
No,
fair,
and I don't want to.
you?
I don't want to. I want to be surprised. I want the joy of seeing it live on screen.
Yes.
And
yes.
I had to start thinking, and I came up with an idea, and I changed my mind, and then my actual idea hit me. So I then went into deep dive and started getting all the necessary things I needed for my costume. And there's one more thing I just have to get. I just have to duck down the road and get it today, but I know it's available. I know I can get it. It's very easy. But everything else I have, it's going to be a little bit controversial.
Never.
Yeah, I know. But it's all in good jest, and it's going to be worth it, people. It's going to be worth it.
I am looking forward to it.
Oh, I can't wait to see. Well, if Josh puts in an effort, Paddy puts in an effort. If any of these guys, I already know the effort Aaron's going to, and I know what I'm doing. So we are definitely going to be setting the bar this high.
Look, it sounds exciting, and truly, it's becoming a tradition. This is not year one of it, so I'm looking forward to how this grows. And honestly, I am kind of just looking forward to the window being over, so that we can look at what we have, how it's all played out, and what chess pieces we have to play with. Welsh Techie in here taunting us.
Yeah,
Not that that's anything unusual. Haven't seen your
whether techies.
I
wonder whether techies had a fresh wax for the transfer deadline show.
Well, I swear, if Jason Kelsey can get a fresh wax, I'm sure it's
okay.
Get a fair fresh wax.
That's a whole lot of man to wax too.
That was scary. I did see that. You probably haven't seen it, but he lost a bet. And in public, he stripped down from boardies to speedos, and had a fresh wax for it. And that man is potentially related to Harry all over. I'm just saying. So it was brave.
Well, Welsh Techie's making that inference, and I'm not going to put that up there, Welsh Techie, only not because it's controversial in any way. It's just I've just had breakfast, and I just. But anyway, interesting. So yeah, Ruth H is in here for you, Hipkama, saying she's the same as you. She wants to know our team. So I mean, it is going to be interesting, isn't it?
It really is, and I think that's the positive outcome. I know a lot of people, and I've seen it in the chat over the last couple of years, they get all a bit sad at the end of the transfer window But I'd like to remind those ones who get a little sad at the transfer window, just the levels of stress and anxiety that they were all exhibiting in weeks 2 and 3 of the transfer window, when we were sure that we're only getting like 4 people, and oh my God, were we only getting people from League One captains, and what the hell? And we're only spending 10 million. I remember getting a little bit of grief earlier in the window when I thought we could spend like 30, 35 million, and went,
People, you can't do that.
No.
They don't realise, because we haven't seen our League One earnings yet.
No. And
Yep.
and I remembered Humphrey saying, we're going to need to spend like 4 times what we spent the previous window.
And
so
I see, just quickly, Hip Karma, just for men's trying to sort out his StreamYard account, so that's great. But Scum Army 249, yes, that's our Southampton supporter, and I'd love to see you come on. The link's there. Come on in. We can have a chat about this.
Come in, Scum Army. And just for men, you actually don't need a StreamYard account. I am not logged in on StreamYard. I am just in as a guest.
Yeah, so just hit the link.
Just hit the link, put a name in as a guest, and come in.
Come on in.
Make sure that your camera's off before Ken puts you live. That's all.
Or put it on.
I think, and I respect a choice to be a little discreet.
Yeah, so everybody, I'm not pressuring you. Like, just do as you like. Like, we're here, we're friendly.
Yeah, but come in, Scum Army. We would love to chat. This is a community of other clubs. We welcome all clubs. As long as everybody is respectful, we don't care, and we will fight for people to be respectful of you too, as you've probably worked out, because I've seen your handle in here a number of times. So please come.
He was great. He was great for the Southampton game. So and right on the money too, by the way. Except really shit result. I'm just going to say it right now. There you go. I swore. Like, we should have won.
Yeah. Well,
let's have some fun with it.
Life happens, but I think.
Okay. Well, for me, Scum Army saying, give me 5 to 10 minutes. So I'm going to hide his comment, and I'm going to park that until he comes in.
All right. Sounds good.
And just for men. So yeah, you talking about the players. Obviously, Josh was, because it was all over X this morning about Ben Sheaf, and then we have, obviously, for me, he's in direct competition with Jordan James.
Yes.
And do we want two of those players, or is he now only in the conversation because maybe Jordan James is off the table?
I'd rather 2 than none, and that's about as greedy as I get. Clearly, they are lining up their backups. Like, we have number 1 preference, then we have alternates. And if he's an alternate, he's a damn fine alternate, I shall say. There's Cheryl swearing as well. And there she goes, giving a name up. Woohoo! So if you're on this live or hearing it. But really, and this is one of the reasons why I just want it done, so I have a level of certainty and I can focus on what's Parky going to do and Parkin going to do with the resources and all of the new players that they get. And I do wonder, as part of all of this craziness in the last 2 days, or the last now day for the transfer close, just how many have been dropped out for failing the flonker test. Because they may have been on our radar, and then the chat has occurred, and it's like, maybe we really don't need that, and we certainly don't need that in our locker room. Because what I'm looking forward to seeing, and what I am starting to see a bit of. Oh, hello.
Yeah, we've got E here. I thought I'll pop in.
Hello.
Keep going, Gummy, you finish.
Yeah. What I am starting to see is that grit and that wanting to fight for each other more. That they are looking to pull together more. And for me, over the next couple of weeks, those that aren't on international duty, it's just going to give everyone else an opportunity to bond more, to get more familiar with each other and their play. So that's what I'm looking forward to. Hey, E.
Hey, what's up?
Well, what did you want to talk about today? E, how you feeling?
Well, I just wanted to pop in before heading to bed, but I was just listening, and I do totally agree with Hip Karma about building the team, them wanting to fight for each other. If there's anything we've learned the past few years from Parky and the players that he's brought in, that everybody wants to like fight for the win, for the points. If you look at players like Rathbone in the past, even Mullen back in the day, like everybody just fights to the bitter end until we get those points. And I think we're seeing parts of that already with some players. But of course, because we brought in so many new players, we might need some time to grow and to get used to each other. But yeah, it's already exciting to see the progress we've made the past few games. And I'm also very excited for more incoming players, hopefully, these last 24 hours. Or how many hours left now. But yeah, I'm really excited and also very hopeful that we get to see much better plays that we have so far already.
Yeah, well, 7 p.m.'s the deadline, isn't it? So that means it's 5 hours and 20 minutes before now going forward. So what's that, 19, 18 and about 18 and a half hours roughly
Yeah.
until the deadline. Just for Men sorting out his login. So yeah, well, on that note, on who we're getting in, here's been the big rumor, obviously, in the last 10 hours, 12 hours, whatever it is, since I've been asleep and I wake up to this coming off. Ben Sheaf from Coventry City, now great player. So, 27 years old, 6'2"-ish, roughly, 885 centimeters. They're saying 6.5 million. I tend to ignore the numbers. Or not so much ignore, but always think, they're always a little bit inflated.
Yeah, there's always going to be like bonuses or other weird rulings in the contracts. You never completely know. But I don't know too much about the player, but I've seen the highlight reel that somebody posted in the Discord.
Yes.
And his passing, his overall positioning looked really good. Of course, it's a highlight reel, but still it looked very promising.
Well, it's interesting when you go to FOTMOB, which a FOTMOB and transfer market, I tend to find I get more value out of FOTMOB.
Yeah,
and the reason why is as I go down this right-hand side here, up here you've got club and season. So on club, it shows you his club history in the years, and even down to youth academy. But at this time of the season, I like to click over to season, which shows me he's only played one match so far this season for Coventry, which is interesting in itself.
Yeah.
But last season, he started 33 times and had 2 assists and no goals. And if you look at his FOTMOB rating there for the previous 4 seasons, 7, 7.4, all green, 7, 7.4, 7.4, 7.3. Absolutely great player.
Yeah, that's a very good sign. I do wonder why he's fallen out of favor. I guess they got a new signing in. That's why they don't play him that much anymore. But it's a perfect opportunity for us to pick him up then, I guess.
Yeah, and he is on the last year of his contract with another year option, I have heard. So that's just what I've heard. I don't know it, so I'm not going to hang my hat on that, but it could be right. What do you think about this guy, Hipkama?
I think it's really. I thought I took myself off mute.
That was me. Oh. No, you're good. You're good.
Okay. I think he's a really interesting signing, frankly, and he's a good age. And I know that there were comments made about injuries in previous seasons, but frankly, people can heal.
Sorry, Hipkama, just give me 1 second. Just for Men 13, if you can't change your name, don't stress about it. I won't bring you up. I will edit your name to whatever you want. I will edit it to Just for Men 13 before I bring you live. So I won't, if you can't change your name, I won't out you. I will change it for you before I bring you live. Sorry, come away you go.
That's all right. Ken's got your back, just for men. He does. As you can see, there's only one smiling face on this board at the moment, and we like it that way. Well, I do. Look, as far as he goes, I think it's really encouraging. I think we want all the captains, not just a couple of captains. Give us all the captains.
Got to catch them all.
That's it. And I think he's probably looking for a new challenge. I think I'd read somewhere in all of the recent gossip. It took me nearly an hour this morning to catch up on all of the news on the transfer thread. Oh my God. I did read that he wasn't necessarily interested in re-signing for them. So take the money.
Well, especially if you're not getting started. He's not interested in signing. It's just not a good relationship, is it?
No. In the same way that I can sadly understand where we lose some of the players that we know and like because they're not getting time and they won't get the time. So let them go and be free. And just, there are certain hashtags running around. I won't say more about that. But in terms of our new players, I'm looking forward to it.
Okay. Well, here we go. Just for Men 13.
How we doing, ladies and gents?
We're very
Doing
well.
Thank you, Ken, for being so welcoming. I'm always nervous when Josh, whenever don't have my hands in his hair, he can be a bit angry.
What's your thoughts on him not dyeing the beard?
That's bold, very bold. But I may be just for men, but I'm all for keeping the gray. I think it shows character. So I think I said the other day I've tried to talk him out of dyeing his hair, but he's certain that that's what he wants. So I'm happy to take his money.
Now, normally when we get someone new on, we do an origin story, but obviously you want to retain some sense of anonymity. So the question is, obviously, I can tell by the accent that you've altered your voice, and maybe you are from Wrexham. We don't know. Did you want to disclose anything, or do you just want to have a chat about things you want to talk about?
Sure, I'm from the U.S., as you probably could ascertain. I think I've made it clear I'm a Philadelphia guy at heart. Now, whether that's where I live, where I'm from, I'll leave that open. But I think Josh has realized that as well. In terms of the Wrexham kind of origin, even before the takeover and all of that, one of my good friends is from Wrexham, so I had a bit of an idea of the town and the club prior to the takeover, and then obviously since then it's only kind of accelerated that fandom, let's say. But in brief, that I'll keep it at that for now.
Let's leave it there. That's fantastic. I love that you're in. I love that you keep giving Josh heaps in the chat. It's fantastic. What did you want to talk about today?
I think it's interesting. I mean, the transfers is probably the main thing. I think with the game, I think people that are in the chats every day probably know me as being a bit of a realist. So I do not see Wrexham getting promoted. All top half of the table finish is kind of where I've always been. Now, I think like Patty has said, I saw them making 9 to 10 additions, not 14 or 15. So obviously that could change my perspective on that.
Yep.
So I'm happy to talk about whatever. I think from Saturday's game, I think overall, I know a lot of people, and I was in the watch along, and constant frustration for me that I thought we played fairly well the entire match. barring a few, individual lapses of concentration, let's say. Whereas in the previous games, I thought there were significant portions of the games where we were just overmatched and outplayed, and I didn't see that on Saturday.
Well, on that point, on certain parts of the match being outplayed, I'm going to bring in Mark, who is his handle, Scumharmony 2.9. How are you, Mark?
You all right, boys?
And
How's it going?
before we go, I saw Welsh Techie's comment. Welsh Techie, I do not have access to the drapes.
How are you, Mark?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. I haven't seen you obviously since the Saints game.
Yes, it's been a minute. And
It's been a minute.
let's delve into it. 4 games, 1 win, 2 draws, and a loss. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yep. And
Yeah.
you won. You've won both. You're into the 3rd round of the Carabao Cup as well, beating Northampton and Norwich by the looks of it.
Yeah, it helps you being in the cup. You just gain that momentum. When you lose a little bit of momentum, it helps you. We lost against Stoke, and then you go up against Norwich, and you manage to change things, and you come up with new ideas. But Southampton is just how can you put it? They're still trialing out things. I think that a gelling process, and we've just got rid of 2 big players, so it's definitely going to be one of those processes. After the international break, maybe we'll have a chance.
Many players going out on international duty for you?
There's a few there, but like I said, it depends if they've all been called up or not. I haven't seen that they've all been called up, so there's only a few players, probably 3 or 4 players that'll be on the way out. But all the rest of it will be at the training ground and obviously getting ready for the derby. We've got a Pompey game that we ain't played them in 14 years, and it's one of the biggest rivalries in the whole of the UK.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so versus Portsmouth.
Yeah, it's huge. Absolutely
Ooh,
huge.
okay, that one I'll have to make sure I can tune in and hopefully watch that then, because that sounds like it'd be a real banger.
But I was looking at Ben Sheaf. I'll tell you what, ball recoveries, aerial duels. If you can pick up him now, that's a statement signing. I believe he had 2,000 minutes last season, so he would have played what, maybe 18, 20 games.
33 games last season.
Oh, so he must have come off the bench as well.
Yeah, I think he started 23 and then came off the bench, and I guess that would make it 10. Yeah.
So yeah, and you expecting any more signings in for you before the deadline?
We signed 4 this week. We signed 1 today as well, a left back. He's versatile though. He can play on both wings. Well, both wing backs. And we signed Finazaz from Middlesbrough. They've literally come down. We've come down. We've sold £125 million worth of players, and then they've decided to actually start signing players now and start using some of that money. But it's quite crazy, right? And then you see other teams. We've poached probably two of the title contenders this year with an early start so far in Middlesbrough and West Brom, and we've took both of them. We've took 2 of their best players. So in Tom Fellows and Finazaz. So straight there, you're taking players from other teams, and straight away you're handicapping them straight away.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? When if you're taking teams from your league, players from your league.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. But yeah, like I said, after the internationals, I can't wait to see what Wrexham do after the internationals, because you're going to get these players in. You're going to have a 2-week bedding period, and then, like I said to you last time on that first video, I said to you, it's a bedding in period to the league, but it's not as hard as what people say. And you got your first win at the Den, and then what a place to go to. And now, do you know what I mean? You can actually concentrate on the league with that first win. I don't think you'll be getting relegated. Like I said, mid-table. That's what I think. Mid-table.
Well, I mean, we're hot on the heels of Southampton, who are on 5 points, and we're on 4 points.
Yeah, I don't expect. Like I said, I don't expect us to be probably 10 games in. You're going to see where teams are.
Yep.
10 games in.
I mean, I still think you guys will make the playoffs. So, that's my feeling of your squad. Would I be right? Are you that optimistic? How do you think?
He hasn't had the players, so he plays with a double width. Do you know what a double width is?
Yeah.
So
but
you obviously have
everybody else so that we're fully inclusive.
So basically, with a double width, you go left back, left wing back, and then obviously right winger, and then you look for that space, and then same on the other side, and you use them to push up. You start with a back three or a back four, but you use those wing backs to obviously press up the field, and you put plenty of crosses in to obviously for your striker. We haven't had those players to actually do his system that he actually wants. Will Still, our manager, so he's actually come out. He said that he hasn't got the players. We don't know who's going to stay or go. But he's brought in. We're bringing in a left winger, I believe, tomorrow as well, Brazilian from Germany. But then that's it. So he's bringing in. We've brought in a left winger, right wing back, left wing back, and a cam. So he's actually, if he doesn't manage to get into those automatics, then he's let Southampton down really
Yeah. Okay. Okay. There you go. That's a
massively.
fair
They've
call
spent.
too, because
I think
coming
they
down.
spent. I think they spent 35 million. So
Yep.
35 million in the last couple of days. It's quite a
Do
lot of
you know
money.
the name of this Brazilian player or not?
Leo Scarzi? Leo Scarzi? Something like
Scarzi.
that. Yeah, something like that. I've seen the rumours, but like I said, it's the Tom Fellows. Tom Fellows had 18 goal contributions last season from West Brom on the right wing. And then you've got Finn Azaz. He's got 22 goal contributions 2 seasons running from Middlesbrough that we signed. Do you know what I mean? They're the sort of players that are the catalyst when they come in. Do you get what I mean? That's when you're expecting the ball to be rolling. We've got
Yeah.
strikers there, but we've had no one to feed them.
Right.
No one to feed them.
Anyone else in here? Hip Karma E, just for men. You have any questions for Mark? I mean, you got the insight here. You got anything you want to ask?
Are there any other teams that have impressed you so far that you have seen?
Wrexham have impressed me, and that's actually being honest. I thought on the first day that I see Wrexham, I thought it would be one of two tale of two things. It would either be they'd get completely obliterated and be torn apart, or they would show
Mhm.
up, and they showed up. They surprised me this season. Birmingham surprised me until I see them against Leicester. They
Yeah.
struggled without
Yeah.
their man up front. Is it Stansted? Can't remember who it is. They've got
Stansfield.
Yes, Stansfield, Jay Stansfield.
Stansfield, yeah, they looked a little bit lost without him, and Leicester had one player on the right wing in Fatua, and he changed the whole game against them. But in the Championship, that's what you've got. A little bit of quality will go far. 100%. A little bit of quality will go far. So obviously, there's teams up there. If you go look at the tables before, most people do get that sort of like run away for the first 4 games. But after 10 games, you're actually start to see it shape up. You'll see where you'll be.
Yeah.
What's your next 3 games, Ken?
We play QPR next at home.
Yeah.
And then after that, I'm just bringing it up now. I'm just trying to remember. I know. Then we play Norwich away, which will be a tough game. And we played. I mean, look, they're all tough games. Full stop.
Yeah,
We're in the Championship. But QPR at home, Norwich away, and then Derby at home. So interesting. And they're all. There's no midweek games in there because obviously the next round of Carabao Cup is in that pocket.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Where do you see everyone on the live? Where do you see yourself now? You've seen us in the Championship for the four games. Where do you see Wrexham finishing now? If you could put them somewhere at the end of the season, where would you see them?
I'd be happy with mid-table.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would. And I would take that as a huge win. And
So
be
what are we
great-
going to call mid-table?
frankly.
Anywhere from 10th to 15th?
Yes.
I
And
think
if
that's
we get if we beat what was it we made 15th or 14th last
15th.
time.
Yep,
So if
15th.
we get 14th, that's a huge win. It's the best we've ever done. And I'll take that. Thank you. And on that note, I'm out of here because it's Monday morning and I have Monday morning before work chores. Stay spectacular, everyone. And thanks for the chat. And great to speak to you, Scum Army. And great to speak to you, Just for Men. And always good to speak to E.
Have a
You as
lovely
well,
day.
Scum.
See you,
Bye,
Karma.
See you later.
I think I'd agree with Hip Karma. I think 10 to 14th is kind of where I see us now. Now, there's 3 or 4 names that are rumored, tomorrow that could make that 7 to 10, let's say. I still don't see playoffs. But the 3 or 4 names that are rumored are let's say, ceiling raisers. So tomorrow will show a lot of what our top potential is, but I see us clearly, in that 10 to 14 range, fairly comfortably, let's say.
E?
Yeah, I think I would agree. Before, I would be happy for us to not relegate, but now seeing all the players that we have signed, how we've been doing, I'm comfortable with like 10 to 14. I'll be very happy if we're like at the fringes of playoffs, but I don't think we'll get there. I think it will take like another year at least for us to build our squad, get comfortable in the championship.
Okay, we're not going to get any clickbait here by doing this, people. Come on, just come on. I've got a whole bunch of realists here, Mark. And don't get me wrong, I agree with you. I agree with you all wholeheartedly. In my in my league prediction at the start of the year, I tipped Wrexham for 7th, and that was on the proviso that we were going to go on this signing spree that we did.
You sort of have though, right?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I thought and we have. And so I'm still there. But I'll be more than happy with what everyone's just said, because, I feel it's this year, consolidate, next year, actually have a go at it. With the revenue that we get, we actually earn parachute payment money with the international revenue that we generate, which means we're probably one of the few teams that can sort of do it in that way. Like a lot of people get hamstrung by the dollars.
Yeah, well, when you're in the league, like
Yeah.
you said, the revenue in the championship, you don't see it. These other clubs their revenue is £7 million a year. I think it's average between 5 and 7 million. And
Yep.
Wrexham, it's global, right? So you're bringing in that revenue every year. You've got it everywhere. You're seeing it on Disney Channel. You're seeing it everywhere, Fox, and like you said, all the shirt sales, everything else. I don't know what the revenue is, but I can guess it's probably anywhere between 10 to 30 million.
Well, that
Easy.
was our League 2 revenue, was 27, I think it was.
Yeah.
Last year, don't be surprised, people, if it's somewhere between 40 and 50, and 50 on the high end, probably 40. Now, when they did the tour down under down here in Australia, I actually got to interview the guys from Macron. They were over from Italy. And basically, last year, the club sold 100,000 jerseys. Now, I can tell you now, I don't know the exact number, but I guarantee just in the Melbourne and Sydney legs alone, not including over in New Zealand, they would have easily sold 30, 40,000 kits.
Yeah.
Easily.
Look, just seen this pop up. We need proper academy training facilities.
Yep.
That money that's coming in, to build that infrastructure in the club. You're going to have scouts all around. Like you said, it starts off small, and then when you get the Championship, Premier League, you'll have scouts in other countries. Do you know what I mean? It will. The bigger you get, the bigger the club will get, the bigger the infrastructure will get. That will happen in time. It don't just take 2 seconds, but it will happen. It will happen. I can see it.
This Wayne Evans, actually, Mark, is an ex rugby league player here in Australia. Really, really good footballer. And his comment here is, I hope the team isn't aiming for mid-table. We'll end up fighting for relegation. If they're aiming high, then mid-table would be disappointing to them, which would be a good thing. Yeah, the team's going to be aiming to win. All teams are. It's just absolutely. And I think, we're going to get wins and we're going to get losses. We've already had some that we've, John Hills, yes, but we don't get all of that money. That's at 150 Australian. I don't know what is it what's a jersey over in England worth these days, Mark? About 70 quid?
60, 70 pound. But then, like you say, you look at that money, your player revenue, all the money you bring in, and then you look at player wages. Our wages are around 45 million to 55 million a year. So the wages go up. That revenue gets put on wages and the infrastructure. You're building a new stand, I think, at Wrexham, I believe.
Just about to start.
But then obviously you get tax write-offs with that as well. So they're obviously they will know what they're doing business-wise. But anything they do around the stadium as well, I think that gets put towards money that you can actually spend.
Yeah. Habisification, 120, triple that. We'd definitely double it. Well, we will sell 250,000 kits this season, and it may be more. I bought 3. No, I didn't. I bought 4.
I mean, think about the availability now. Before, we couldn't get it in any store worldwide, and now you can just basically get it anywhere, not just Wrexham. So, yeah,
Yep.
we should be able to double that easily.
So, yeah, I mean, Wrexham's on an amazing run, and hats off to, I hate it when people say Ryan and the other guy, Ryan and Rob Mack, because the irony of that is that it was Rob McElhenney's idea. He actually went to Ryan Reynolds. He went to Ryan Reynolds because he needed a bigger partner. He needed someone who had more exposure. And don't get me wrong, Rob McElhenney is a Hollywood star, but he's not Ryan Reynolds' star.
No.
And look at all the Hollywood stars they bring in, and even
That's
Josh.
it. And you imagine how many other followers they've got. As soon as they put that on social media, ping, and it, like I said, everyone's looking at it, right?
Well, I mean, and ironically, Josh is going down to the gym these days in Hollywood, and he's going to the gym with Will Ferrell, who's now got part of Leeds, and all these American, bloody Tom Brady and all these guys getting into buying into these English football clubs.
Did you like the Birmingham documentary? Did you like it? Be honest, Ken.
Hated it. No, I watched it. I did. I watched it. And I guess for me, it might show then. I guess if you're a Birmingham fan, you would eat that up.
Yeah, of course you would.
It's your team.
Yeah.
But for me, it was just too slow.
Yeah, it didn't feel like it. Do you know what? I watched 2 episodes, and the 2 episodes that I watched, it felt like a bit of a gimmick compared to the Wrexham thing. It felt like it was a copy, And to me, I was just like, nah, I'm okay. But that's no offense to Birmingham, like you said, they'll eat it up in the Midlands. They'll be loving it on their own journey. But me, that was it. 2 in, I dropped it. No.
I mean, apparently I'm their number 1 fan on this channel, but because I tipped them to win the league, and now
they'll be up there. They will definitely be up there.
Well, I mean, look, they're not even in the playoffs right now. They need to sack their coach. They need to sack their manager. Yeah, that's we've got a little thing.
It's the only way to go.
Sorry,
I said that's the only way to go.
And Mark, we've got a little thing going here. It's called Sack Watch. So who's going to be the first manager to go?
Do you know what? It's going to be Ruben Sellers.
Yep.
He should be gone now. He should be. You had Chris Wilder in there, and Chris Wilder was in there right now. God's to honest truth. Me seeing the EFL and the Championship, I've seen him in the Premier League when we was in the Premier League. He's a good manager, and he's Yorkshire. He's Yorkshire born. Is it Yorkshire born? He's little. He's a blade himself. They sacked him. You had American owners go in there. They sacked him, went for a new way of playing, and they've said, yeah, we're going to go for a new model of playing. And Ruben Sellers hasn't won a game, and he's lost every game.
Yeah, exactly. Now, so you E and Just for Men, your choice and Free Pugs, that will not happen. John Hill's nailed this. These documentaries are meant to attract new fans, not pander to existing fan base, and it just fell way short, 100%. So who's next to get sacked, E?
Yeah, I think Ruben Sellers. I think if they lose one more, he's gone.
Yeah, I don't think there's any other answer, is there?
No.
How do you get 92 points in a season and then manage to lose your first 4 opening games? It literally hurts to watch. It was hurting me watch the other day.
Okay, so are they going to turn it? Are they going to turn it around?
But you just got to get a strong manager in there, strong-minded. Get that dressing room going again. A Danny role, even though all that controversy around him, you get a strong mind in there. Someone that can get behind the players, arm around the players. They'll be back up there fighting. But it's the manager.
So this manager's not going to turn it around?
No way. No. We had him at Southampton. He was at Southampton. Ruben Sellers was, and he was trash then. He's a League One manager. And that's just the truth of it. And you can see it, right? He's got all of those good players at his disposal, and he can't do nothing with it. They've had 3 shots on target in their last 3 games, I think.
Yeah.
That's
Been
a proper.
terrible.
That is a big head scratcher.
It absolutely is. Absolutely is. I mean, and it's just amazing. This
There would be a lot of people that thought Phil Park. Is it Phil Parkinson? I bet they
Yep.
all thought that he would be gone, not Ruben Sellers.
There's so many people in the last 3 seasons, not just this season, have gone Parky out, because they didn't like the style of football that he was playing. And it's like they whinge about the style of football, win the league, go up.
It's
Who cares how
working.
you play?
You can't complain if it works. It works. How do you expect to go into the Championship? You go away to Southampton. You sit back. Yes, you challenge a little bit, but you got to sit back after a certain time. And it worked, right? He could have gone away with 1-1, but you pull Manning out and he scores a free kick out of nowhere, and do you know what I mean? And it ends like that. But again, he's proven himself well. He's never had the money, like we said on that show when we spoke last time. He's never had the money. He's got the money now, and I think he's going to prove a lot of doubters wrong. I reckon he could be there to the end of the season, and I reckon they could replace him at the end of the season if they want to push. That's what I believe.
Oh, okay. Yeah, interesting. I think they're going to give him the run to get all the way there, because Rob and Ryan are storytellers. Not that they make this decision, but they're storytellers. And what a story!
Yeah, exactly that.
I just remembered something. When you came on last time, you actually said it was a good time for us to get you, and you were right.
Yeah.
And ironically, now looking at it now, it was probably a good time for you to get us.
I don't know. It's the momentum. You got to think. It was probably for us. They knew what they were doing. We got smashed every single game in the Premier League. They wanted. The cameras would have loved it if we would have lost that game. I was sat there.
Well,
All the
imagine
fans were.
story.
All the fans were going, right. All the fans were going. I was up in the stands watching everyone go. I was like, "Where you going, man?" I was like, "There's still minutes left." They were like, "See you later, Mark. See you later, mate." I was like, "Okay." And then you're looking, and then all of a sudden you get that free kick in, and then all of a sudden you're there. People are running into the stadium. You're like, come on, what's gonna go? You know what I mean? I thought it was gonna be 1-1, and then at the death they managed to score that goal.
Yep.
At the death.
Yeah, and look, unbelievable.
They hurt in the Championship as well, Ken, don't they? Has that happened to you yet? I don't know. Has that happened to you?
Oh yeah. When you lose those games like that, they do. They really hurt, because you look back at those. Last season, we lost 2 games, about 10 games out from the end of the season. Sorry, we drew 1 and lost 1, or drew both against teams that we should have smashed, and we were up exactly like we were against you. And I thought they could come back to bite us at the end of the season. But every year we finished the seasons very strong. So yeah, it's been amazing that, to see how we finished all of our seasons in our promotion years. Now this season, I mean, you can't expect. I mean, it can happen, but you can't expect to finish a championship level season on a run of 7 wins.
Yeah.
Just doesn't happen. If it does, wow. But yeah.
Who is everyone's signing? If they can get a signing in right now, who is the signing, Ken?
Well, this Ben Sheaf rumor that's come out overnight for me, and in the last
is it a reliable source?
Apparently so. Like, it's all over. It's on Sky News.
Oh, is it? Oh, if it's on Sky News, then
I think that signing's all but done.
Yeah,
tomorrow.
Yeah, the same deal's done. So
to me, that's probably it. I mean, now that would mean to me, if we're getting
so he plays alongside Lewis O'Brien, right?
Yep, Matty James doesn't.
He plays the center defensive mid role, so he would replace Matty James in the starting 11.
Yeah,
and you Lewis O'Brien, it's Lewis O'Brien, right? He was really strong against us. And if you're getting a man that can get those aerial duels, like I said, you've got another Matt Fox in the box. Do you know what I mean? If he can hit him out of the box, do you know what I mean? With an aerial duels, I bet he's scored a couple of headers as well. I haven't actually seen it on FootMob. I didn't manage to see it because I didn't realise you was actually linked to him. But I was looking at CDMs not too long ago, and I think it was the last time we was down, and he was good in aerial duels then. So
we'll see. You put him in the box for corners with with Matt Al's got he wants Mbappe. But if you put him in the box with Kiefer Moore on set pieces, that's just
Kiefer Moore, what a signing's paid off. What a signing. The Blades, they were giving it the big in, saying, "Oh, we don't need him." I think they're I think they're feeling it the other way now. You know, I bet you'd bite your hand off to take him back right now.
100%.
He's a perfect player for our system. So yeah.
Exactly that big target man. We had one when we went up. We had him through League One in the Championship called Ricky Lambert. He went to the Premier League. He was working at a beetroot factory before we signed him. Before we signed him, he was at Bristol Rovers. But 2 years before that, prior to that, he was working at a beetroot factory. And then next month, he was 5 years later, he was playing in the Premier League.
I love that. I love
Insane.
that.
Insane.
Yeah. I can't, guys. This show could go on for hours. But we do have. So we've got a couple more minutes, but the boys are doing Champ Chat next up, like literally on the hour. So in 4 minutes from now. And so we'll go right through till the time, and then people can jump over because this is some great conversations. But I'm going to get back to Just for Men 13 because he's been into Josh about the hair dye, and I really want to know: have you got any other breaking news for us about Josh, or is there anything else football related you want to talk about Just for Men?
Well, I guess before we move on, I just saw that it sounds like both Broadhead and Kakache won't be going on international duty. They're going to be staying behind. Obviously, Broadhead has the minor calf, and then Kakache just came back from the hamstring.
But he played on the weekend. I'm surprised by that.
I am surprised. It's good for us. I would prefer that he rests and gets healthy, same as Broadhead. Obviously, that may change, but that's what I've heard, that both Broadhead and Kakache will be staying home.
Well, Kakache is New Zealand based, and interestingly enough,
staying in Wrexham, in wherever they may be. They're not going to be traveling for the international duty.
Yep, and that's fine, but interesting because New Zealand's meant to be playing Australia in 2 matches, and I was going to cover those. And the guy that I'm really interested in, I hope our manager picks him, is Nestori Urinkunda for Watford, who scored that free kick on the weekend. I don't know whether you've all seen it.
Yeah, I've seen it.
This kid is 19.
I'll tell you what, one hell of a free kick, but I'll tell you what, Gavin Bazunu liked to help him out there. Where was he stood in that goal?
Yeah, good point.
But no, he looks good. He looks good.
But I'll tell you what, he ain't going to be playing for Watford too long if he keeps doing that on a week-to-week basis every other week.
Exactly that. I think he was 25, 30 yards out. Just absolute screamer.
Yep.
We scored a free kick, absolute screamer. And then all of a sudden they scored one. I think it was 3 or 4 minutes later. How could you write it? How could you write it? But that's the championship again.
Yeah, it's a championship and it's amazing. E, what are you thinking? You got anything else you want to chat about before we go into this 2-week break of no championship football?
Just one last thing about Danny Ward. I hope we get news about him soon and we get to know how soon he recovers. But
I'm hearing dislocated elbow.
Okay, so that doesn't sound too bad.
Well, it's better than a break.
But of course,
muscle, that'd be muscle growing around it. Obviously, when they bed it back in, they would have to.
Tendons in here.
Yeah.
Like that pop.
Yeah. So if we can get him back in like a few weeks, would be great. I hope he recovers well. So other than that, nothing else.
Luckily, AO is obviously just as good. It's been touch and go as to who's been to be the starting keeper. So AO gets his chance now. And
do you think we'll get like an emergency keeper or a different keeper in before that?
Depends on how long they think if it's anything 6 weeks or less that they're saying for Ward to be back on the pitch, then I say no. If it's more than that, absolutely, I think we will get another one.
I think it would be a wise idea to get it back up.
Because Callum Burton, ironically, our number 3 keeper, he looked as good as AO when he played last season. Yeah,
AO deserves his chance, though, Ken, doesn't he?
100% he does.
Yeah.
Yep.
He deserves his chance.
Just for men, what do you think?
I think AO obviously deserves his chance, But I don't know if it was, I forget who mentioned it in the chat the other day. You don't just flip and flop keepers. Obviously, Parkey made the decision to go with Ward. You stick with Ward. Obviously, we all know what happened now. But you stick with Ward until it's obvious that he can't do the job. Now, unfortunately, he's gotten hurt. And now AO has to step up. Simple as that. Prove that he deserves that spot and doesn't let Ward get it back.
Yeah, fair call. Fair call. Guys, we are going to have to wrap this up. So what I'm going to do is just let everybody know you can't, we're going to jump straight into Champ Chat with the boys, and you'll be able to have your conversation there. Just quick ones. E, thank you very much for coming in. You got any last words before we get out?
Nah, thanks for having me. Great show.
Thanks. Just for Men 13.
Yeah, thank you for allowing me to join, and let's get Josh on for a live hair dye. Let's peer pressure him into that.
Well, I mean, all he's got to do is turn the camera on in the bathroom because he's already doing it.
Well, everyone knows that. He takes his hat off and it's obvious.
Yeah, and thank you, Hip Karma, for coming in earlier as well. Mark, really great to have you back, and good to see you in the comments.
Yeah, exactly that. Go smash it,
definitely
Ken,
want to
and keep yourself busy over that 2-week period. I'm guessing that the videos will be coming.
Mate, we've got, trust me, we're every day.
That's
So
it. Keep
it'll
yourself
be,
busy.
we've got stuff coming. I'll probably do a watch along of our game Australia v New Zealand. We got 2 games, but going to love to get catch ups from you from time to time on how Southampton's going, and we'll see how it all runs.
We'll catch up again.
Mate, really great to see you guys. Don't forget, like and subscribe. Become a member if you want to get the members-only exclusive shows. We are going to get out of here so the boys at Champ Chat can get going. It's been a real pleasure. So on that bombshell, we are out of here. We will see you all again soon.